Hey guys, welcome to episode 2, our Amsterdam episode. It's Andy and I again discussing our recent trip to Europe. But before we get into it, we have to thank the people that make this possible. So head on over to beemansfork.com. They were voted the best green business for 2018 by the New Bern Sun Journal. Located in New Bern, North Carolina, they are a 100% cruelty-free company, meaning that not only are the products not tested on animals, but 100% of the ingredients they use are sourced from cruelty-free ethical suppliers. And all of their soaps are made from the goat milk from the goats that they have on their chemical-free farm. And they have a wide range of soaps for both men and women, bath bombs, sugar scrubs, lip balms. They even have home good products like laundry soap, scented sprays, even wax melts. My personal favorite is Shiver Me Timbers. I love it. It just smells like man. I just get out of the shower and it's like, that's right. Let's go conquer the world. But yeah, check them out at beemansfork.com. They do have seasonal boxes. If you're into the seasonal thing, you can feel free to sign up for that. But do so with haste because they do sell out pretty damn quick and they are of limited supply. So yeah, head over to beemansfork.com, check out the product, and support a business that is supporting a better world. And with that done, let's jump into the next session.
You know what I heard?
Spill it. I gotta know.
I think it could be true.
Can you believe what they just said?
That can't be true.
Tell me more.
Have you heard?
They said what? Do you believe everything you hear? This is RumorCast.
All right, and we are back for round 2.
Great.
Grand.
Surprised you just haven't given up yet.
No, I may be a little late, but I'm not giving up. Kind of like a pregnant mother.
Yes.
Was that too much? Am I gonna get
make pills
backlash
for
that? Oh man! And RumorCast website was taken down due to outrage by the fans.
Shouldn't have done it. He's just a boy.
Oh fuck!
What are you doing?
I was furiously adjusting the audio levels because of crap not working while I was thinking about our trip to Amsterdam.
Oh, fair enough. I already forgot about that.
Asshole. That was
Thing of the
for
past.
us. No, we're not going to pass on that. That was like a lifelong dream that you and I lived. We're not going to pass on that. I forgot about it already.
Yep.
Jerk.
Fair enough. Yeah, we got lots to talk about on that, I guess.
Oh my God, dude. There's so much that we will not forget.
We'll just write it out and put it on Reddit.
No, that's not. No, that's not how this works, homie. That's not how any of this works.
I was actually just reading Reddit. There's a lot of stupid people out there.
There is, but at the same token, there's a lot of smart people on Reddit too.
It's true. I was just reading this. It says, this lady banned all non-vegans from her wedding, including family and bridal party.
Really? Is it that important?
It just says, just for some context, some family members were told they are not invited to my wedding because we don't want to host murderers at our wedding, which is supposed to be one of the happiest days of our lives.
I bet she's got a cat.
I'm probably several.
And I'm not saying that like, she's the cat lady. I'm saying that like, I bet she's got a cat and she feeds that cat food. I bet she cracks open a can of murder and feeds her cat food. Like,
oh no, she feeds human food.
Oh, dude, no, we're not even gonna entertain that right now. No way.
Did you read that Howard Schultz post too?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Howard Schultz is apparently being offended by being called a billionaire and said that people should use the phrase people of wealth and people of means to describe him. and not billionaire.
Maybe if there was that big of a problem, you should probably give away your money.
Yeah.
That would be a really good idea.
I have an account ready for it if you would like to.
I don't even
Slim
need
it
that
down.
much, man. I just give me a quick mill and we'll call it a day. I promise you, I'll call you whatever I want or whatever you want me to call you. Oh, man. Really? Really?
Yep. Now
Oh,
billionaires are
I
being
just-
offended by being called a billionaire.
That makes me sick to my stomach. Oh, God. No,
Anyways,
we're gonna save this.
we
for
could go
another-
on
Yeah,
for that.
seriously, we need to save that for another episode, man. That's gonna just. I don't want to do an angry episode. No, I don't. No. So
now, yeah.
you know what
So
makes
we
me
went
happy
to
though is
Amsterdam.
that Uber guy on the way to the airport. That guy was pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm actually glad that I decided to drive to Fargo and just take the airport to Minneapolis rather than try to
That was good planning on
figure
your
it out
part.
here. Yep.
That was very good planning on your part because it just you automatically default to assuming that we'll just fly out of MSP and it'll be cool. But I was actually impressed with Fargo's airport. It's not very
It was
big.
quick.
It was fucking fast. I mean, granted, there wasn't that many people there, and we were flying out. What day did we fly out? What day of the week was that?
A Monday.
Was it a Monday?
Yep.
Yeah, so obviously the airport was dead. So, but at any rate, yeah, it was quick. It was smooth, easy process.
Well, I mean, I flew out of Minneapolis on a Sunday, which is usually a busy day, and that was I don't know 2-3 weeks ago when I went to Detroit, and I only took about 25 minutes to get through security, so that's still pretty quick.
Really,
one
at
of the busy
MSP?
days. Yep.
Interesting. Yeah, that's pretty interesting at MSP because they have kind of a hinky security section there. Dude, it looked like it was just like slapped together at the last minute. Like,
Yeah.
it didn't look like there was any care or attention paid to. I'm not talking about like the people. I'm just talking about like the functionality of that security zone, how everything was just set up like that. There was some engineer that was his like first month at being out in the field, and he's like, fuck this, what a shithole assignment. Like, like just do this, it'll be fine.
Yep.
Oh,
Just give him a box of rubber gloves. We're good.
exactly. Yeah, no,
No, that was my first Uber when I
me
flew
too.
it out, or when we took it in Fargo. Yeah.
Me too. Isn't that sad? I'm sure we got a bunch of people on here that are all about Uber and all that. Like, really? That was your first one? Yeah, that was the first one. Yeah, and it was, dude, it was only like 2 minutes away. Like, okay, homie, just letting you know I'm ordering Uber now, so we're probably going to take off in, 15 minutes, whatever, and da-da-da-da. Oh, never mind. He's right around the fucking corner.
Yep.
Like, holy shit.
No, he was a cool guy. Nice car too. I think you actually have to have a car that's 5 years old or 10 years in
Yeah.
order to be an Uber driver.
Yeah, they have screening for it. So, like, when you go to apply to be an Uber or Lyft driver, you have to meet certain standards with your vehicle. You even have to send in, like, pictures and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
Which is nice. I mean, that's a nice standard to have because obviously you don't want your Uber to pull up and it's some fucking shitty 1989
A rape van.
Right, exactly. Free candy written on the side of it. Like, yeah, dude. Oh, man.
Your Uber driver Chester's here.
Gets out, has a mustache. Mustache! Oh, dude. That was so funny. Fucking sitting there just chilling, waiting for our plane, and all of a sudden this dude, I'm sorry, homeboy, he had a pedo stash. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He had a pedo stash.
Yep.
But
Some people, you just want to tell them that they shouldn't have a mustache. But I mean, if they're happy with it, fine. But you just look at them, they're like, that does not work for you.
no, that totally didn't work for him. And it was only validated when his coworker Were they security or did they work for the airline?
I think they worked for the airline.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
All right. Yeah, when his buddy with the airline walked over, like, "What's up, mustache?"
They gave him hell for it.
Oh man, like that should be hint enough, dude. If your homeboys are running around calling you mustache, like you gotta cut that out.
Well, maybe he likes the attention. Even if it's negative or joking attention, it's attention either way.
I suppose.
Yeah,
That's a valid point. It is a very valid point, but still, dude, that was a horrible mustache. That was an awful mustache. It was horrible. But it was cool after we took off in a plane that only had 5 people on it.
Yep.
And the flight attendant comes back and she's like, "Hey, you guys want extra water? Do you want like snacks? Da 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 da. Hold on, let me sit down in the back here and just chill with you." Oh, that was great. She'd only been doing
that
it
was
for
nice.
like, what, 8 months? Is that all it was? Yeah, she was cool as hell. Sucks I don't remember your name. If you're listening to this, you were totally cool. If you cool. God, I can't talk. It's been a rough day. I've been talking to people all day. It's been a rough day. Yeah, no, it was cool. If you're listening to this episode and you were the chick that flew the Delta flight on the 22nd of October from Fargo to Minneapolis, you were cool, and we appreciate it. I hope she hears this and she's like, "Oh my God, that's me."
They called me out. I think we showed up a little early at that airport, though. Well, we didn't expect to be through security that quickly either. So we sat there for probably, an hour and a half, 2 hours?
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. I'd never been to that airport before.
Yep.
So, you know me, like, if I'm walking into the unknown, I like to plan ahead.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't know what the fuck to expect. So here we are. We got our tickets and everything printed out and through security and got coffee in like 5 minutes flat. I didn't know that was going to happen.
Yep.
Fuck. Yeah, 5 people on the plane to Minneapolis. Fucking plane. What kind of, was that what was it? Was it an Airbus 330? That was a big plane from Minneapolis to Amsterdam. That fucker that wasn't even half full.
Yep.
Oh, dude, I tell you what though, those chicks at the frickin' at the airport.
At the Minneapolis airport.
Yeah. When after we found out where our gate was and
yep.
Sat down and just chilled until our plane showed up. God damn it, what were their names?
I think it was Beth and Ann. Yeah, Anna. Beth and Anna.
Yeah. Tool. You guys are not tools, I promise. 2 cool broads from Oregon or Washington.
Might be Washington.
Okay. Who owned their own Italian restaurant, going to Sweden to see Anne's family for holiday.
Yes.
That was cool to run into. That was cool to BS with them for a while. They were awesome people. I'm currently looking through my phone right. I know I sound like I'm totally, oh my God, this guy can't fucking talk. I'm going through my phone right now trying to find, because I wrote down the name of the restaurant, which is Italia Trattoria in Spokane, Washington. Yeah, Anna and Beth are 2 super cool people. So if you are in the Spokane, Washington area, go check out Italia Trattoria. It is a very lovely restaurant, I guarantee you, even though I've never been there. But the people that run it are amazing people, and people like that do not have bad business. So if you're listening and you're in that area, You should definitely go check that out. And Anna and Beth, if you're listening to this, you guys are amazing people. Keep spreading positivity across the world. And, hey, maybe we'll see you at another airport.
Or you could take a trip and visit the restaurant.
That's actually a good idea. Dude, that would be a really good weekender.
Yep.
We should set that up. I'm not even
And
kidding.
then you show up and they're like, who are you? And then your whole trip is ruined.
That would 100% ruin my trip.
Like,
Be like, all right, we're out. I'm getting on Yelp right now. 1 star. Oh, my God.
Worst service ever.
Oh, I wouldn't do that, but I would be sad. I would be really sad. Not that we had like this hugely memorable moment at the Minneapolis airport by any means, but it wasn't that long ago. You know, like if we went next month or something like that, it wasn't that long ago.
Nope.
I would think they remembered us. We would probably get one of those, oh, yeah. I
remember you. What are you doing here?
Right? Like, you don't remember shit. Shut up. I bet they would totally remember us. I wouldn't doubt that for a second. I bet they totally would.
Yeah. I mean, we sat there for like 2 hours having drinks and hung out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, totally.
Those drinks at the airport were absurdly expensive.
That's why I snuck in my airplane bottles with my 20-ounce bottles of soda. That was a good tactic. Thank you, Bert Kreischer, for the airplane bottle tactic. I appreciate that. That was very helpful. And then, yeah, that was a big plane, dude.
Yeah, there was a lot of empty seats, too.
There was, but I'll tell you what, man, Delta stepped their game up, like big time. I mean, airplane's airplane, but from like when I used to fly out to Cali all the time, that is a huge difference because that was like a big concern of mine, flying those domestic flights to California all the time. I was so nervous that the plane to Amsterdam was going to be similar to those, and I was so nervous and like, oh, this is going to suck for 9 hours, right? And then we get in there and it's not that bad. Everybody's got their own TV, updated movies,
snuggle buddies.
Dude, I'm telling you, that married woman, I am not even kidding you, man. There was a couple times she like brushed my leg and I was like, damn, bitch, you trying to make a move? Or dude, she was snuggled up right next to me. But I was pissed the entire time. Every time I would glance down when she would just kind of like, I don't want to say she was snuggling me because obviously she wasn't, but it was like, could she be making a move? Is she trying to hint at something right now? Do I need to like stroke some fingers through her hair? Right? Because, I mean, dude, the guy that she was with was another 4 or 5 aisles up. But the entire time that she was, quote unquote, snuggled up against me, I was nothing but pissed off because these fucking people figured out something that I should have figured out right out the fucking gate, is that this plane was only not even half fucking full, and I should have laid the fuck down.
Yep.
But instead, I have to come off the fucking plane with a nasty crink in my neck because my dumbass can't pay attention to what the fuck is going on around us.
You should have just laid down with her.
I should have laid down on top of her. Yeah, that would be the headline story in Schiphol Airport. Plane makes an emergency landing because some dumb fuck gets thrown out at 30,000 feet.
Be a good time. I'd videotape it.
I know damn well you would videotape that shit, get Reddit famous, fucking take over the podcast, and next thing you know, you get all fucking rich off of my skydiving death.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. I would not be surprised one fucking bit. But that didn't happen. Instead, we arrived in Schiphol. Schiphol. Which was a very cool airport. But I will say it was severely off-putting to finally get to experience what it's like to be a minority.
Yep.
And I don't
Everybody's speaking a different language. All the signs are in a different language.
Like, you just can't understand anything that's going on.
Yep.
And that's the way I mean my minority. I'm not talking about race. That was probably a racial cue that shouldn't have been made. But just like being on the outside for a change was very humbling. Oh, man. Yeah, that was like... That built a little bit of newfound respect. Like, okay, I'm not... Because you know me, man. I've always been one to say, like, okay, if you're going to come to our country, learn our language. You know, we shouldn't have bilingual requirements in our country for jobs. Maybe some jobs, you know, I can understand some circumstances, like in the courthouse. Like where? International
trade.
Yeah, stuff like that. Stuff where that multilingual experience would be highly beneficial. But even in a place like McDonald's, I'm just saying, and I'm not saying like, I'm not saying this like, get out of my country, you stupid bitches. You know, like, I'm not saying that at all, period. I'm just saying, like, I look at it as if I were, for example, say I would move to Sweden. If I would move to Sweden, I would learn the language. I would do whatever I could to learn the local language.
And not expect them to learn yours?
No, I wouldn't, because I'm in a completely different country. You know, I'm in a different country where I didn't grow up, but it was my decision to be here. So I have to make that I have to accept that responsibility to adapt to their environment in a functional way. I'm not saying like in order for me to be a part of their society. I'm not saying that. But you can't tell me that, you know, not learning this language is not hindering.
Yep.
Like, you're only hurting yourself. You know, you want to... It's just like in that movie Training Day when he's fucking taking him through the city and he's like, tell him, like, you speak any Spanish? He's like, no. He's like, learn that shit because they'll plot on you on that shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like that. Not in so much of a very violent sense of the term, but just in the sense of the term that you're going to be at an incredibly huge disadvantage by not knowing English.
Yep.
You know, you're only hurting yourself. You know, you should take... All right, I'm done with this rant. Like, that is not what this episode's supposed to be about.
It can definitely hinder or hurt you because, I mean, we experienced that same thing when we were at the train station and they were announcing things that were like towards us, towards our trip, and we didn't know that it was canceled because they said it in a different language.
Dude, yeah, that's a perfect example. Yeah. Yeah, we had no idea until the fucking counter lady told us after she gave us a weird fucking look.
Like, didn't you hear them? That's what she said, too. Like, they announced it.
Like, sweetheart, I've heard 100 languages today. And I only speak one, unfortunately. I know. You shitty American. Yeah, I know. I got it. But no, I mean, we arrived in Schiphol, and we had a shuttle, which was... unnerving, to say the least.
It was a nightmare. That was the worst ride I've ever had.
That is the scariest vehicle I've ever fucking been in my life.
You know, it was a combination of his like reckless driving and the streets, like how narrow they are compared to ours here, and those two together just were an awful combination.
Dude, that is one extremely valid point. I had no idea how much advantage we take of our space.
Mm-hmm.
It is packed in tight there, homie. Yeah, and when he was like, dude, he was doing at least 40, 50 miles an hour.
Yep.
Like, easy. And
with like a foot spacing on each side of you.
If that, dude, I thought that side mirror was going to knock out that poor person riding on the bike. Oh my God, I was scared. I was like, oh my God, no. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was just swerving in and out of vehicles and slamming on the gas.
But we made it. We made it. Yeah, you damn right we made it, because we got to the stop before our stop, and I recognized, because we did some research on Google Maps on the area that we were going to be in, and I recognized that fucking place 2 blocks down, and I was like, okay, I'm getting out of here. No, you can't get out. I'm like, bullshit, I'm right down there. Like, I'm getting out. No, you have to stay in. I'm like, God damn it, we're gonna get hit by one of these trams.
Irritated.
I was so mad. I was like, this motherfucker is gonna pull out of this tiny ass spot, and we're either gonna get hit by a car, or we're gonna get hit by a car and slam into one of these trams that are right next to us.
Yep.
But we made it, thank God.
Yep. That was a nice hotel.
It was. That was very convenient. I wasn't impressed, but I was very satisfied.
Yeah,
That was a very
it
good
wasn't
hotel.
a wow factor. It took us a bit just to figure out the electricity in the room.
That was the smartest, dumbest shit I've ever come across. Oh my God, the idea is brilliant, but motherfucker, they need to give people like us a heads up when we get into that kind of situation.
Well, I mean, the clerk, I guess, or the front desk lady, she told us, but she's like, oh, you have to swipe your card on the wall to turn the electricity on.
Did she?
Well, yeah, she did say that, which that's what I was trying to do. We go in there, and there's like a little holder on the wall. Then I would slide the card in and take it out, and then I would go unpacking, but then the lights would turn off in 2 minutes. And we did that like 4 or 5 times. And then we're like, screw this, we're going down to talk to her. And then right before we walked out, I was like, well, let's just try leaving it in the door. Yeah, sure, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to just leave your key card in this slot on the wall, and that's what keeps the electricity in the room running. And then when you leave, you can take your card and turns the lights off automatically, so it conserves electricity.
Which is a brilliant idea.
Oh, yeah.
But I would have felt super stupid if I hadn't figured that out. Yeah, I would have felt like if it would have been like day 4 and you came to me like...
We keep swiping the card over and over again.
Oh, dude. And you would have told me, homie, check this out. I would have felt like the biggest fucking moron in Amsterdam. Oh, I would have felt so fucking stupid if we had not figured that shit out in the first 10 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah. But, yeah, then we took a walk around, had a beer at a okay bar. It wasn't that bad. And then the beer was all right. It wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that at that Cafe Heifer, I think?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Because I was like, well, we went walking. We saw that Grasshopper, which is a beautiful place. But we were like, okay, let's hold off. Let's save that for later. Let's, actually make that a meal or an event or, whatever. Because, dude, when we got there, and mind you, this is on, what was this? Tuesday?
Yep.
Because we had an overnight flight. Yeah. So this was Tuesday afternoon. That place was fucking hopping. So it's like, holy shit. All right. The Grasshopper was hopping.
Stupid.
Well, that place was packed, dude. It was packed with people. And right away I was like, okay, that's going to be the spot.
Yep.
That's going to be a good spot. So we'll have to come back to that later. I don't want to fuck around with that. So then we kept walking. And we just went down an alley and found that Heifer place, and I was like, let's go check it out. And yeah, we went in there, and it was so funny. The bartender that was his first day, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it was his first fucking day. He didn't do too bad. It was just like the beer wasn't all that great. I was like, oh, okay, this is not off to a good start.
I mean, we were hungry, but that didn't look like a good place to eat, so we just grabbed a beer and moved on.
Yeah, moved on, and then we found, God damn it, what was that restaurant? Because we did some browsing, like we walked around a little bit, but then we finally decided on a place that was like a burger joint.
Yep.
and it had that chick in it with a beautiful accent, dude. Like, I fell in love right away.
You were just googly-eyed.
I totally was, man. That chick was amazing. And it's like, oh, new and shiny. You know, like now I feel like, oh, yeah, it's just new and shiny, fucking dumbass. You've been living under a rock your entire life, and now you get out to see the world, and you're going to, you know, be a creeper on the first girl that you talk to. Like, God. So she was cool, though. She was real cool. And it was awkward to be in that small of a space.
Yeah, that was the first time we'd been in like a restaurant seating type atmosphere, and wow, those tables are so close together.
Dude, you are elbow to elbow, back to back in that place.
Yep.
Like, and all of them were like that. All of them.
Yeah.
It was, and it's no big deal. Like, where we live here in the States, it's kind of a big deal.
One person takes up 4 spots.
Right, exactly. But I mean, if you have to shove past people, like, you feel guilty. Like, you know, you should not have to do this. Like, you know, you feel like you're shoving people out of your way. Whereas there, that's just how it is. Like, people totally get it and they understand it. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have any issue with people getting angry when you're like, oh, excuse me, and you bump into them. Like, no. I just knew that's how it goes.
And here, it's like we make a big fucking deal out of it. You bump into the wrong person, like, what's up, homie? You got beef? What's up? You want box? And it's like, man, shut up. Just shut up. Oh, then what did we do? Oh, yeah, that's right. We went back and we passed out for an entire fucking day.
Yeah, we were jet lagged.
Oh, God, that was horrible. But beneficial.
Was it?
Well, yeah, because I mean,
I suppose. Yeah, we were like, well, probably catch up on our sleep, otherwise we'll just be groggy the whole time.
Yeah, because it put us on track.
Yep.
Even though, I mean, we slept until like 10, but it was a good thing though, because I mean, we were energized, we were like ready to go. It was all good, and then we decided to venture out and. No, I don't want to talk about when we went
for breakfast.
Oh, that's right.
Went to that Greenwoods and had those like homemade pancake type things. Those huge like plate-sized pancakes.
Yes, and the food. What, dude? I was in heaven. Absolute bliss. Fucking yeah. It's. The food that they have there is all fresh. Like, there's no... I mean, don't get me wrong. There is, like, quote-unquote fast food places there. There are, but they're few. They're not many.
Yep.
And all of the places that we eat are typical... Like, you can tell from the society in Amsterdam. They are typical places that you would go and eat on a daily basis. They weren't too expensive. The food was all common, but it was all so fresh and just good. It was all real good food. And the people that was cooking it, like, I mean, you could even tell by watching the people in the kitchen, they cared about what they were doing.
Yep.
Like, that kind of pissed me off a bit. Because it's like, I want that.
Mm-hmm.
We need to have that here.
Culture shock.
Very much so. Very much culture shock. But it was good. Even down to the water. They take pride in their water. Like, you can't just like... What's that?
It's all bottled.
Yeah. In fancy glass bottles. Like, you will pay for your water there. But you're getting what you pay for. Now, we have the stigma here where it's like, oh, water is just water. It's just water in a bottle. But there... That was different, man. That was, not only was it presentable, it tasted fantastic. Like, I've drank lots of bottles of water, and I'm not going to sit here and say, like, that was the best bottle of water I've ever had. You know, it's not like that. It's not on that aspect. But when you sum up our entire trip as a whole, every bottle of water that we got at every restaurant was fantastic. And that's impressive to me. It's even
they don't. I don't think they do tap water like we do here.
No.
Everything's just bottled, and they recycle. And
even the recycling was amazing. Like, they're totally conscious about recycling, and we have a lot of improving to do. So yeah, we had that gorgeous breakfast at Greenwood's, packed in elbow to elbow with what I would call our table mates, because they were so fucking close. Yep. I'm sorry, I'm never going to get over that awkwardness of it, just like growing up the way we have, and then experiencing that, and that is the norm there. Like, that's the part that fucks with your head, is like, that's the norm. Mm-hmm. Like, that's cool. That's what it is. You know, nobody's mad at anybody. That's just what shit is. And it's like you have this awkward sense about it, where it's like, okay, this is too close. You're in my bubble. You know? But yeah.
Then they come here and they're like, I'm lonely. They
right.
sit closer to you.
Seriously. So then we took off and we ventured off on the things that we wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And we went to the I Am Amsterdam. Oh, no. Before we got to that, we went to the I Am Amsterdam sign. But on the way there, the bridges there are really cool. They really take care of them, and they have a lot of greenery that they decorate them with. That truck the dude showed up and he was swapping out the plants. I was like, that is fucking awesome. Like, that's badass. And then we went to, I wish I could think of the name of it, but it's that big hall that you walk through before you get to the I Am Amsterdam sign, which is gorgeous. A lot of it is all old, archaic. Like, archaic may not be the correct word, but it's just
historic.
They're very historic buildings, a very historic city, and beautiful. It's very beautiful. But we ran into the street performers, where they were playing. What did they have? A violin. They had
a cello,
and what was the third instrument? I can't remember. But they had positioned themselves specifically in a part in that tunnel where the acoustics were incredible. That was very well done. And then you cross in that huge tunnel to the I Am Amsterdam sign, and then, man, that was packed. I was a little bit disappointed, but I wasn't really surprised, because I mean, that's one of the hugest landmarks for the tourism. So, and then we went to the Banksy Museum. God, that was amazing.
That was like number one on your list.
Oh yeah, it? Oh yeah. That was right at the top of my list of things I wanted to do. Which, I get it. It wasn't officially put on by Banksy. I understand that. But it was still cool to see. There were pieces of artwork there that I didn't even realize he had done, which is beneficial. You know, it's beneficial to Banksy, mind you. It's not like the auction house with the painting that got shredded, which is epic. But no, there was a lot of good stuff in there. But that one huge photograph of the riot police skipping through the field.
Yep.
God, man, that took you in. Like, this canvas had to have been, say, 8 feet tall by like 12 feet wide, and positioned in a way in this building where it just pulled you into it. It was so, like, I've never been to an art museum in my entire life. Like, I had, the only interest I had in this one was that it was Banksy's work. Not his official work, but his work, you know. So it was cool to see it on display and see Banksy being respected in that aspect, that, you know, he's a validated political artist, which he's very good at. But yeah, that was a very cool tour. And no, it wasn't a tour. It was just like an art gallery. It was a very cool art gallery. But that photograph really drew you in, and that was very impressive.
And I think you got a little picture of it that you bought in the gift shop downstairs, didn't you?
I did. Actually, because, the whole place was like this old house that was built by, God, what the hell is it? I can't remember the history on the house, but look at us being poor hosts.
I know. Jeez.
No, the house was built by somebody when the city was first being built. and they converted the house into the museum however many years ago. But it has like certain pathways, and the way to get out, because you can't go out the way you came in. You have to go down like through the basement or the cellar, whatever you want to call it. And obviously on the way out, you're going to run into some touristy stuff, which, there's a gift shop. And in the gift shop, they had postcards, really well done, minimalistic postcards with Banksy's artwork on it. So I just bought like a set of 6 of my favorites. And, yeah. And then that artwork outside, it was like, it wasn't artwork. It was, God, what do you call it? Sculptures. The sculptures outside. That Mickey Mouse one where all of his parts are fucked up. That had me dying. That is a great piece of artwork. You're looking it up.
I found it. I am.
Okay.
It says the building was designed in 1904 by Edward Kuipers, nephew of the renowned Pierre Kuipers, who designed Amsterdam Central Station and the Rijksmuseum, which is at the opposite end of the square.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. When did it change from the house to the museum?
It says this privately owned residence was one of the first family homes built along Musplain, I can't even read right now, and retained this function until 1939. Yep.
Okay. So son of a bitch, he only had the house for 35 years?
Yep.
Interesting. I thought it would have been a lot longer than that. I thought it would have...
Says subsequently, the house was let to priests who taught at the St. Nicholas School in Amsterdam, and later was converted into an office for a law firm.
Holy shit. So, hold on. In less than... In a little over 100 years, this thing had flipped hands how many times?
Yeah, 4.
Wow. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Huh.
The more you know.
The more you know. What do we do after that? Oh, yeah, because we
went to my favorite thing after that.
Yes. Oh, God, that was so much fun. That was the best idea you had the entire trip.
That was that was number 1 on my list.
Oh, yeah. That was such a good number 1. I'm so glad that you found that.
Yes, the Heineken Tour.
Yes, indeed. Oh, that thing was amazing.
Yeah, you get to learn the history and everything, get free samples, you get to see where everything's brewed. It's quite interesting. You get to see all the horses, too.
Yeah, that was cool to see. The Heineken horses right there. I didn't even know they had the Heineken horses right there.
Yep.
And
the names of the horses are always named after the founders,
which is very interesting. It's not just the founders; it's the family as well. The Heineken family. As time progresses on, there's a horse for each member of the family that has direct involvement with running Heineken.
And they're super specific on allowing which horses can be a Heineken horse. They have to have that white patch on the front of their face and look a very specific way. Otherwise, they won't accept the horse.
I wonder, I should have asked this on the tour. I wonder what happens to the horses. Like,
glue.
Well, no, I'm just trying to think if the horse would spend its entire life with Heineken, because eventually that horse is going to become aged.
Yes.
And it's not going to be a show horse anymore.
They make a beer out of it.
Oh, my God, dude, you are savage. No, those horses were fucking, damn well those horses are worth millions of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder how many billionaires have tried to buy the Heineken horses.
That's a good question.
Yeah. I bet you somebody's tried it.
I bet you they're insured.
Oh, I guarantee you. I guarantee you one of those horses goes down there getting paid out the fucking ass. Only based on the fact that insurance company is charging them out the ass for the insurance on those damn horses. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck.
Then you got to test out your bartending skills at the end.
That was badass. Yeah, after you finish the tour, you get they tell you right out the gate you get 2 free beers, like right as you go to take the tour. But then, once you're done with the tour, you go through some pretty cool special effects like deals when they're telling you how they brew their beer and how the hops and blah blah blah. Like it's all pretty damn good setup tour. I had a lot of fun like learning about Heineken. But then at the end of the tour, they take you down these metal stairs all the way down into the fucking basement. It's almost creepy. Until you get down there and you realize there is this very elaborate concrete bar underneath the Heineken brewery where everybody is fucking partying.
Yep.
Like it's a fucking party down there. Just like, who is that dude on Gears of War when you split up and one of you's in the sewer and one of you's up above and like he's telling him like, no, you can fucking stay down there. He's like, why not? You should come down here. It's a fucking party down here. Like it's a fucking party down there. Yeah. Who the fuck was that? Was that Baird?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. No, it was a huge fucking party, and then they have like they have this game where they bring the guests up to this big like it's this huge bar, but there's three spots where people can compete against each other to pour the perfect beer. And basically it's all it is just cleaning the glass, rinsing it off, pouring the beer and making sure it has the perfect amount of head.
Yep.
And they give you a rundown on how to do it before you do it. We're like right before you do it. So there's like no screwing it up. And I went up against, where was the chick from? Because the only one I care about is the guy. But I want to know where the chick was from. Where was she from? France?
Yes. Yep.
So it was the French chick on one end, me on the other end, and that fucking Canadian in the middle. So it was me versus Canada because, yeah, French.
The French just run away.
They run away. So, sure enough, they say go, and we go. And, man, I had my glass down while those two were still trying.
Yeah.
And then it was funny because you could tell like the host that was hosting it all, she knew flat out the gate like that my beer was fucking perfect. Mind you, I bartended for 2 years. So
it helps.
It helps just a little bit. But she was like, it was funny. She was going back and forth between me and Canada, and I was just kind of standing there, and finally I put my arms out and she was like, yeah, you got it. And I was like, all right, sweet. And I got a pin. I got a Heineken pin. And I got to keep the beer, so I got 3 beers. That's right, Canada. U.S. is still kicking ass.
Lush.
Yeah, we do have a lot more alcoholics down here. I'm not going to deny that fact. They had a good gift shop there as well. They had a really good gift shop.
I like that. There was a lot of good stuff. I got a little glass and this bottle opener.
I got the bottle opener.
I got the like electric one, or not electric. It's like a push one. It actually looks like a little can. You set it over the bottle and you push it down.
Oh, motherfucker! I totally forgot you got that. How does that work? Have you tried it?
Yeah, it works good. Yeah.
Does it? How does it work? Like, what's the deal?
It's when you push down, when it's over the bottle and you push down, it pushes this little lever up and pries the top off inside. So yeah, it's a neat little contraption.
So all you got to do is just push down and take it off. Like that's fucking handy. Son of a bitch! I should have bought one of those. No, I just bought like the little steel keychain one because it was a Heineken bottle. It's like,
you like keychains?
I love keychains. Yes, I have a fuck ton of keychains. And the funny part is like, well, now my keys never leave my fucking bag.
Yep. Yeah. Same here. I don't even carry keys on me anymore because my house has got all digital keypad locks and stuff.
Right. Yeah. We live in a world of convenience.
Yep.
Technology. We're both geeks, so we get all the fucking geeky shit for our houses. So yeah. But then after that, there was another beautiful thing: the fucking Albert Cup Market.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was so good. That was such a cool place. Seeing them shut down all of those city blocks to do that market.
Yeah, it spans like, what, 15 blocks or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Something huge.
It's ridiculous, man. We walked, because I didn't realize how far in the middle we were. We jumped pretty much right in the middle of it. And then we walked all the way down one end, and oh my God, we had stroopwafel. Oh my God, that stuff
You were
was so
like
good.
talking about stroopwafels like the entire time we were going there.
Seriously, man. Yeah. Stroopwafel was what it was all about, for real. Like, I was not going to leave that place without getting some fucking stroopwafel for sure.
You were right, though. It was amazing.
Oh, dude, it was so good. And the funny part is like, here, I don't like caramel. Like, I'm not a big fan of it at all. But there, like, how fresh it is and everything, like, he makes it right there on the spot. So that's not the same. I'm sorry, but that is not the fucking same. And watching him slice those fucking waffles and these, mind you, okay, for those of you listening and never heard of a stroopwafel, go on fucking YouTube and look up how they make this shit, because seriously, these stroopwafels, these things are fucking like, what, an eighth of an inch, if that thick? Mm-hmm. And they cut these fuckers in half the long way. Like, that is fucking impressive. Like, how they get that cut, that is impressive. So yeah, and then they just slather some fresh caramel in there, because I'm sorry, man, that's not the fucking same. That shit was delicious.
I think they made a couple, like they made the caramel one, then they made a chocolate one too, and maybe a mix of one too. Yeah, the mix of the two.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was, a combination. Well, yeah.
We just got the traditional one though.
I did, yeah. I wanted it to be traditional. I wanted to experience Amsterdam and what Amsterdam had to offer. Like, I mean, not to say that, it's cheapening, but it's like, it's just, that's what it's all about. That's the most popular one. That's, what the community likes. So I want to be a part of the community. I want to be one of you.
Accept me.
All right. But yeah, so we went and we got that stroopwafel, and then we walked all the way down to the one end, and then we turned around and we walked the entire Albert Cup Market, and that was a fucking walk. Holy shit. Holy shit, that was a walk. That thing is huge. That's what she said.
Until she turned the lights on.
Oh, fuck. What did we do?
We just kept walking. Didn't we come across that bridge with all the locks on it?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was like that total romance deal with the couples and everything like that, where they, they would they would carve their initial. Well, no, some of them were written on there with Sharpie, but they would either Sharpie or carve their initials in the lock, and then they would lock it on the fence that spanned across the bridge. Yep. Which was like, aw.
Well, it was funny because one of the guys I work with, or not directly work with, but he's one of the IT guys at another location. But I mentioned our trip there, and I didn't even mention the bridge. And he's like, "Oh, did you see the bridge with the locks on it?" I'm like, "How did you know about that?" Right. and he's like, "Oh, it's like." He's like, yeah, people can do that for like their love, but people also do it to hide their secrets. Like he said, for example, like if you murdered someone and wanted to keep it a secret, you could lock it and throw the key into the river. So it's representing you're going to keep it a secret forever.
That's creepy.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow. I almost want to go back now and see how many of those locks had single initials on it. Like,
that's a good point.
So many secrets.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah, that's a huge deal. Maybe one day I'll get to go put a lock. Maybe.
Just start your own lock tradition here in Fargo.
Where?
I don't know.
Where would you
find
even
a bridge?
do that? Yeah, find a bridge in Fargo? Oh, I suppose, yeah. Like, so listen to me talk shit when then we got the fucking Red River running through here.
Yep.
Yeah, but there's no... You could do it on the overpass. That's romantic. Damn it. Turn off your shit. We're trying to record. Motherfucker, now I got to edit all this shit out.
Weather update.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
Now what? Well, now what, man? We've been getting hammered here.
Nothing. It was just telling me what the temperature was. It's 9 degrees. That's a plus.
A positive or negative?
Positive.
Dude, I've been in the negative. Yeah, I'm still at -1. Fucking A. Yeah. But eventually we
had it, what, -30
Oh,
last
yeah.
week?
No, dude. Well, yeah, air temp. But with the wind chill, dude, that dropped down to -6. We were at -65, 66 here. Yeah, fucking dude. Did you hear about that Twitter from Antarctica?
No.
Fucking somebody in Antarctica, like the Antarctic whatever post is down there. Apparently, somebody there knew somebody in Minnesota and hit them up on their Twitter and was like. They posted what our temperature was, and then they posted what their temperature was. So we were like, I forget what it was. It was something like 5 degrees colder than they were, and they were like, "Bro, are you okay?" And they responded back. All they responded back is they were like, "No."
Very subtle.
I'm like, yeah. That's all they said was no. That's kind of terrifying. Like, I'm dying right now. No. This is my last tweet. Oh, fuck. But yeah, no. Eventually we made our way back to the hotel, but we stopped for dinner and looked like a couple idiots. Cause I thought
that was at that Humphreys place.
You just walk in and just fucking sit down.
Yep. We're just sitting there, wait a little bit. Like, did you guys get seated? We're like, well, we sat ourselves.
Like,
It's like,
no.
oh, you have to wait to be seated.
Oh, my bad. Shit. Yeah.
So we get up and wait by the door. Then we almost get seated back down in the same fucking seat.
Dude, that would have been amazing if they would have sat us at the same table that we just sat down at. Holy fuck. That was a high-class meal.
It was. I really enjoyed the food, actually.
Yeah, that was amazing. I was like sitting there like, oh my God, dude, this is going to be so fucking expensive. But then looking at the menu, I was like, holy fuck, that's not that bad. Is this their expensive?
Well, it was one price. It was everything. You paid 27 euros, and then you got a 3-course meal. You picked your beginner, like, appetizer. There you go. And then you have your entree, and then you have your dessert. Yeah, you just pick one in each section, and yeah, that's it. Like, you only pay one price at the place.
Right. Yeah, that was great. That was a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was good food. And then...
What did we do after that?
Yeah.
I think we crashed. But then we got up super early and realized nothing opens.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, I was kind of mad about that because I wanted coffee. And yeah, nothing was open. Where did we go? I can't remember that.
To
day.
try to get coffee or what?
Yeah. Where the fuck did we go?
Oh, we went to your...
Quartier Putain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was closed. And I was like, motherfucker, really? Like, seriously? Yeah. So that was closed, and... What did we...
No, we just went back to... Because we talked to the owner there, and he's like, oh, no, we don't open up till, like, 10:30. So, like, oh, okay. So we just went back to the hotel and grabbed breakfast there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually good breakfast there, though.
That wasn't bad. Yeah, that was a pretty good buffet. I mean, it was the same style as, the buffets that you would see in the hotels here, but that was actually obviously not the same fucking standards, though. But, yeah. And then we started our day, and I went on a mission to find a pot brownie. And that's where we're going to end this episode, because we have got way too much fucking to talk about. So we're going to split this up into 2 parts. I know I probably just seriously pissed you off right now with that little fucking teaser. I hope I did.
Or they're like, finally, I can move on with my life.
Yeah, probably. Like, motherfucker, is he done talking yet? Like, seriously. But yeah, so we're going to end it here, and we will continue with part 2 on the
Space
next
cakes.
Space cakes. Shut the fuck up, Andy. Oh my god, dude. Okay, no, we're gonna end it right here now. So we will see you guys next time.
Peace out.
Hello. All right, peoples. Thank you for listening again. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at RumorCast. We can now be found on iTunes and Google Play Music, so please rate, subscribe, and comment. And I can't wait to talk to you again. So please take care, be safe, and I'll talk to you soon.